Well, congrats to the Florida Panthers, the 2024 Stanley Cup champs. And even McDavid's 42 playoff points couldn't keep the Panthers from winning their first cup. I made a video like this last year where we look at some of the cool cards from the Vegas Golden Knights Cup team. So which cards and players are going to make today's list? I was planning for this video to come out a little bit quicker, but hey, it's been a pretty busy summer, so better late than never, I guess, right? But anyways, let's get rolling. Okay, coming in at the number 10 spot on our list and winning his first Stanley Cup and scoring 3 goals, 8 assists for 11 points, we have defenseman Brandon Montour. And I know one of our viewers is pretty happy about this win as well. And this is a pretty cool and unique card, which sold for 205 Canadian on eBay. It's from 2023 SP Game Used, and it's a net cord card, which has actual goal netting from the 2023 Stanley Cup Finals game. So pretty cool to see some actual game used memorabilia from an actual important game. This is numbered 3 out of 5 and sold on April 21st at the fixed price. Coming in at number 9 and winning his first Stanley Cup and scoring 4 goals, 9 assists for 13 points, it's Gustav Forsling. I always say there's not a ton of love for D-men, and especially defensive-minded D-men. So his RPA with a nice 3-color patch from 2016 The Cup sold for just $165 Canadian. This is sold raw, numbered 81 of 249. This sold on June 8th with best offer accepted. And it was nice to see Forsling get some recognition from the broadcast crew this year, as he's definitely been a huge part of both the Stanley Cup runs this past couple years. Coming in at number 8 and winning his first Stanley Cup and scoring 7 goals, 7 assists for 14 points. It's a super pest, and as Kevin Bieksa refers to him as a heat-seeking missile, Sam Bennett. And the highest recent sale I could find sold on eBay for $175 Canadian for his 2015 Upper Deck Young Guns and a PSA 10. And this sold on May 25th at the fixed price. All right, well, here's something interesting though. Let's take a minute and look back a few years and going way back to 2017, where we can see that prices for Sam Bennett cards were a lot higher. As his 2015 The Cup RPA, numbered 8 of 99 in a BGS 9.5, sold for $1,075 Canadian on PWCC. This is back in 2017. Even though it's a nice 4-color patch, that's quite a high price. But there's definitely a lot of hype back then. I think Calgary fans are waiting each year for the former 4th overall pick in 2014 to have a huge breakout season. Well, his prices have definitely fallen since the $1,000 days of 2017, because today you can pick up his Cup RPA for around $100. There's an average looking patch, and there's also a pretty nice one, all for a fraction of the 2017 sale on PWCC. So I'm sure there were some people out there speculating that a big season was just around the corner for Sam Bennett. Anyway, just a reminder to collect what you like, and then dropping prices like this shouldn't be that big of a deal. Coming in at number 7 and winning his first Stanley Cup and scoring 7 goals, 8 assists for 15 points, it's Evan Rodriguez. And I guess no big surprise that there's not much hobby love for this undrafted player. So his Rainbow Black Marquee Rookies from 2016 O-Pee-Chee sold for only $32. And this was sold ungraded and is numbered 86 out of 100. This sold on May 31st with best offer accepted. Coming in at number 6 and winning his first Stanley Cup and scoring 10 goals, 6 assists for 16 points, it's Sam Reinhart. His 2014 Young Guns exclusives sold on eBay for $660 Canadian, which was graded a PSA 10 and numbered 88 out of 100. And this sold on June 11th with best offer accepted. Oh, and I noticed about a week earlier an exclusives numbered 83 out of 100 and a BGS 10 sold for $550 Canadian. It's a BGS 10 pristine with the corners getting the 9.5 grade. But which one would you rather have, an exclusives in a PSA 10 or one in a BGS 10? Oh, and if you're curious to know what Sam Reinhart's laundry tag RPA sold for, check out my other recent video showcasing best cards from the top scorers of the 2024 season. All right, just a quick break in the action. If you like this type of content, if you like these types of videos, drop a like on this video and make sure you become a subscriber. I got another video about Connor Bedard cards coming out sometime soon, so be on the lookout for that one. And believe it or not, I also have another Series 2 box to rip. Might save this for a little bit though. The last box I ripped didn't have some of the same luck that one of my previous boxes did. So maybe I'll wait a little bit to get this one going, wait until I'm on a little bit of a lucky streak. Plus we got some mystery box stuff happening, so you never know what you're gonna get on this channel. All right, now let's get back to the show. Coming in at number 5 and winning his first Stanley Cup and scoring 3 goals, 14 assists for 17 points, it's Anton Lundell. And we got a nice one here. It's his rookie auto shield patch from 2021 The Cup. And this sold on eBay for 1,500 Canadian. This sold raw, but what makes this one special is that it's a 1 of 1. And this sold on April 8th with best offer accepted. Coming in at number 4, it's Carter Verhaeghe winning his second Stanley Cup after winning his first with the Lightning in 2019. In this playoff, scoring 11 goals, including a key goal in the Game 7 final, plus adding 10 assists for 21 points in 24 games. And just like on the ice, Verhaeghe seems to fly under the radar in the hobby a bit as well. His 2019 O-Pee-Chee Platinum Marquee Rookie and a Seismic Gold sold on eBay for just $260 Canadian. And this is graded a PSA 10 and numbered 32 out of 50. This sold on June 8th with best offer accepted. Coming in at number 3 on the list with a 232 goals against average, a 906 save percentage, 2 shutouts, but most importantly 16 wins, it's goalie Sergei Bobrovsky. It's his first Stanley Cup and this should now make goalie Bob a lock for the Hall of Fame. Highest recent sale I found was this beauty from 2019 The Cup, which sold on eBay for $985 Canadian. And it's a Foundations patch auto with a nice looking quad patch that's game used. This is sold raw and it's numbered 1 of 1. And this sold on May 5th at the fixed price. Coming in at number 2 and winning his first Stanley Cup, it's Matthew Tkachuk, scoring 6 goals, 16 assists, and 22 points. And it was definitely a win for the Tkachuk family, as his dad Keith and brother Brady and the entire family are celebrating this one. His Young Guns exclusives from 2016 Upper Deck sold on eBay for $1950 Canadian. This is graded a PSA 10 and looks like it's numbered 32 out of 100. That's a little hard to see. And this sold on June 2nd with best offer accepted. And coming in at number 1 and winning his first Stanley Cup, it's Alexander Barkov, scoring 8 goals, 14 assists for 22 points. The second overall pick in the 2013 draft also became the first Finnish captain to lead his team to the Stanley Cup. And Barkov's rookie booklet patch auto from 2014 The Cup recently sold on eBay for 1,300 Canadian. This was sold ungraded and numbered 3 out of 3. This sold on June 12th with best offer accepted. Now let's take a minute and look at a few honorable mentions. Well, Kyle Okposo wins his first Stanley Cup at age 36. It's always pretty awesome seeing an old guy win. He debuted in the 2007 season and he's played more than 1,000 NHL games. So pretty cool to see the old guy lift the cup. And this dual insignias NHL patch card with Okposo and Ryan Strome recently sold for 230 Canadian. This one's from 2013 Panini National Treasures and it's a 1 of 1. This sold on May 8th with best offer accepted. Next up, winning his second Stanley Cup, it's Vladimir Tarasenko. He won his first cup with the Blues in 2018. And his Future Watch RPA from 2013 SP Authentic recently sold on eBay for 315 Canadian. This is graded a PSA 8 and numbered 29 out of 100. And this sold on May 31st with best offer accepted. But let's take a minute and look at another card sale that's kind of interesting, similar to the Sam Bennett sale. So let's look at a recent sale from his RPA from 2013 The Cup. Highest recent sale I found was for this BGS 9, numbered 65 of 249, which sold on eBay for 275 Canadian on June 2nd. But check this out. Take a look at what this Cup RPA was selling for in April of 2016. So this is after Tarasenko had been in the league for about 4 years, and in April of 2016, in the midst of his one and only 40-goal season. Because the Tarasenko Cup RPA sold on PWCC for $1,800 US or almost 2,500 Canadian. And this one is ungraded, but it definitely has a nice looking patch. But I'd say the BGS 9 patch for $275 is also pretty nice. Not sure if the other one is $2,000 nicer. So just really interesting to see the crazy fluctuation in prices of when a player is entering his prime or when he's in the midst of a breakout season versus when he's now entering his early 30s and is more just of a complimentary piece. Tarasenko's 32 and he definitely looks like his best scoring days are behind him. Anyways, comment below if you have any thoughts on this type of stuff. Next up, we have Aaron Ekblad, the first overall pick in 2014, who's unfortunately been hit with some pretty brutal injuries throughout his career. So it was cool to see him get his moment with the cup. Here's a nice card, sold for 400 Canadian on eBay. It's from 2015 The Cup, and it's an Enshrinements Duos card that also has an auto of Jaromir Jagr. Sometimes you forget he played for the Panthers. This sold raw is numbered 4 out of 25 and sold on June 14th with best offer accepted. Well, I've been a fan of Paul Maurice, the coach, for a really long time, so it's great to see him win his first cup. And also to avoid being known as the coach that blew a 3-0 lead in the Stanley Cup Finals and losing the Stanley Cup. And Paul Maurice, the defenseman, was drafted last overall by the Philadelphia Flyers in the 1985 NHL entry draft. In the 12th round, number 252 overall, and never played in an NHL game. So the highest recent sale I found, other than some autographed jerseys and pucks, was the 1993 Detroit Junior Red Wings team set that features Maurice as a young head coach and also a young Pete DeBoer as his assistant. The set was put out by a company called Slapshot, and this sold on eBay for $33.50 on June 13th at the fixed price. Well, if you can't win the cup as a player, next best thing has got to be as a coach or someone in upper management where you can help build the team. And so this win for Roberto Luongo has got to be pretty sweet. And here's a pretty sick card of Lou. It's sold on eBay for 1,500 Canadian. It's from 2007 The Cup, and it's a memorabilia card with a Luongo stick nameplate that's game used. And this is graded a PSA 9, and it's a 1 of 1. And this sold on June 3rd with best offer accepted. And Luongo's become quite the character on social media, so let's end with a clip of him eating some fresh Italian pasta out of the cup. Well, that's the show, everyone. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.